Alright, hope everyone's doing wonderful today. Today what I got in store is I got another part of my Magic the Gathering collection. Today I'm going to be going over another big binder I have, and then this other little fat pack of, I believe, a bunch of zombie cards and stuff like that. And yeah, so let's just get into this binder here. I have done some other parts to my collection. If you're interested in those, check some videos in the past. Anyways, these are probably my favorite binders right here. Just the binders themselves. These are the Ultra Pro Deck Builders 4-column Pro binders. Love the binders. I have done reviews on them on the channel, and they are just definitely my favorites because you can store play sets of them, and I love storing play sets of cards. And if you can tell right off the bat, inside of this binder is just, honestly, all slivers. Slivers is one of my favorite tribal creatures in Magic the Gathering. Probably slivers and then zombies, or slivers and zombies, very similar. I wish I had another binder for my zombie cards. Maybe in the future I will one day. But this one just has my slivers right here. I have them in section by color, and I believe mana cost so far. So like 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, and so on and so forth. So I like to organize my collections in certain ways. So, this is just a bunch of slivers. I love slivers. They're awesome cards, and I just love how they work together. I love the art of them. Love the older art. Love the slivers from like Legions. Got like Quicksilver right here, one in a green. Give your slivers flash, which is pretty sweet. And I just love slivers. They all work together, and I think it's fantastic. Again, got some interesting Future Sight looking card up here. Interesting border for the Future Sight cards. Just so different. The mana cost is actually right there, and it is 1 green mana. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah. Just 1 green mana. And give your slivers poisonous. Great card. Poison, if you can do 10 poison counters, they lose the game. Got Mana Whiff Sliver right here. Great for mana fixings. Give your slivers tapped, add 1 mana of any color to mana pool. Great sliver. Pretty much on par with the Gemhide Sliver, which is great as well. Makes mana fixing perfect for sliver decks. I will pull out an M14 sliver. If you can tell, this is the M14 era, the era that I never like the art direction they took for the slivers. These look more like predatory beast kind of creatures instead of like the kind of like a classic Tempest sliver right here. Just like the direction they took was so different than any other sliver. This is what I know slivers have. They have like pointy heads, like pointy arms, kind of like mantis-like arms. And for like M14, they took another direction. They turned them into some sort of like beast creatures, and I wasn't super happy with it. But then they went back to like Modern Horizons, and they brought it back to like the original kind of sliver kind of look, which I'm super happy about. I'm super happy they brought it back to like the original art. Pointy heads, kind of all pointy hands. Absolutely love it. So I'm really happy they went that direction back for the original slivers, because they just took such a strange turn for M14. I'm happy they brought them back in M14, but the art was never my favorite. Got some other slivers right here. Time Spiral M14. Got some Tempest right here. Muscle Sliver. Some of the newer slivers from Modern Horizons. I don't have many Modern Horizon cards. I actually did buy a couple of the slivers though, just because I love slivers and I wanted to fill out my play sets because they weren't super expensive. I don't have some of that huge, the first sliver. I think I only have one of those. Got Spinneret Sliver. Give your slivers reach. Horn Sliver. Give your slivers trample. I just love slivers, how they work together. And the missing slots right here, they're just cards that I'm missing. So I'm missing a play set of some slivers here. Reflex Sliver, the Root Sliver. I love the slivers from Legions. Love the art on them. Really cool. Can't be countered, and sliver spells can't be countered. How cool is that? So makes all your sliver spells uncounterable. Now talk about a headache right there. Got Fungus Sliver. Actually, these ones were from some sort of deck foil series. Whenever this creature's dealt damage, put a 1/1 counter on it. Be cool one day to get the deck series one. Also got like Brood Sliver. Just make a bunch of sliver tokens. Very cool art from Legions as well. Got the Might Sliver. Give your creatures +2/+2. Got Huge Sliver. Got a Ground Shaking Sliver. And then onto the red ones right here. What is this? Striking Sliver. Got Heart Sliver from Tempest. Love the art here. Definitely drawn by Ron Spencer, one of my favorite artists. He's got classic kind of iconic art. Just his shading and the way he does his lines and detail work is so classic to him. This sliver is just like hanging out inside some sort of like volcano maw. All slivers have haste or unaffected by summon sickness. Very cool. Some of the Modern Horizon slivers, very cool. They brought it back. Got Hunter Sliver, give your slivers provoke. Maybe I'll do a video on that ability. Got Two-Headed Sliver, got the Homing Sliver. Interesting card here, the Homing Sliver. It gives your slivers Sliver cycling for 3. So we can pay 3, discard this card, search your library for a sliver card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. So pretty much, you put this on the battlefield, all slivers, and you'll probably have a bunch in your hand, have sliver cycling, so you can pretty much tutor up any sliver you want and put it into your hand for 3 mana. Super crazy ability. Super crazy ability. Got a Hollowhead Sliver, Barb Sliver from Tempest, very interesting art. Got Spiteful Sliver, got Sedge Sliver, got 2 of these ones. These ones are pretty sweet. It's 3 mana for a 2/2 creature, and this creature gets +1/+1 as long as you control Swamp, and black to regenerate this creature. And most likely you're going to be using a Swamp because this is a Sliver deck, and Slivers are all colors. So you probably have a Swamp, which instantly gives your creatures +1/+1 and the ability to regenerate. Great Sliver right there. Just got 2 of those ones still. Got myself a Blade Sliver. Love the art. Got Blur Sliver, a Belligerent Sliver. Just like this, the art for this one just so bizarre. It doesn't even make me think of a Sliver. It makes you think of like a Chimera or like some sort of a lion or something like that. Nothing like a Sliver. Very bizarre. Got Cleaving Sliver, Magma Sliver. Love this Sliver. Love the art for this one as well. It's a beast of a card. It gives all slivers have tap. Target sliver gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of slivers in play. Attack the unblocking sliver. Tap all your other slivers to make it just get huge. Crazy card. Beautiful. Love the art for that. Love the Legion slivers as well. Got Bone Splitter Sliver. Got a Battle Sliver. Again, the Thorncast Sliver. Such strange art for that. Don't really feel like they look like slivers. Got Fury Sliver. Battering Sliver. Mind Slash Sliver. Got Crypt Sliver. This is actually one of my favorite cards. Love the art of it. Edward P. Beard Jr. Very cool art. It's like a dark looking sliver. Got a shiny looking thorax. Crazy looking waistline in this back. Lovely. Kind of purples and blues and blacks all the way up to some like yellows and orange and purple. Love that. Love it. Reminds me of the movie like Alien vs Predator sort of. Have a bunch of those. Maybe one day it'd be cool to make a 3D card of that. Got a Dredgescape Sliver from Modern Horizons. Frenzy Sliver. Cool art right here. Let's just see this one. I always like these interesting border cards right here. Such an interesting border. 1 and a black to play this card. All slivers have Frenzy 1. Whenever a sliver attacks and isn't blocked, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Cool art. Even the artist name is on the opposite side for those cards. Leeching Sliver. You got Clot Sliver. I thought this was interesting art from Tempest. Very cool. Jeff Lobenstein. Cool art. It's got like leaking blue stuff. Nasty. Got Basalt Sliver. Got Spectral Sliver. I always like this art as well. It's like a ghost sliver hanging out in the swamps by Pete Ventures. Beautiful. Give your slivers 2. This creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Very cool. So you can pump them up. I just love slivers, how they work with each other. Absolutely love it. Got Mind Whip Sliver. Very interesting art. Jeff Miracola. Cool looking red emblem in the background. Nasty. Slivers are some crazy creatures. They look like aliens. Got Siphon Sliver. Got Vampiric Sliver. Toxin Sliver. I love this one as well from Legions. Beautiful art. Creepy ones just slinking through the swamps. By Lars Grant West. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature can't be regenerated. So it's like some sort of death touch. Toxin Sliver. Make all your slivers super fatal. Got Spitting Sliver. And then that is the blacks. Now we're on to the blue. I only have one of these right here. The Gale Rider Sliver. Give your slivers flying for 1 blue. Great card. Straight up upgrade to the Wing Sliver right here from Tempest. 2 blue to give all slivers flying, but this one they came out with this one in M14 to give all these slivers flying for 1 mana, which is pretty crazy. Got Misfoam Sliver, got Diffusion Sliver, Scuttling Sliver. I don't even know what all the abilities the Modern Horizon ones do. I forgot them. Sliver creatures you control have 2. Untap this creature. Oh, that's pretty cool. Interesting. It looks like a Caterpillar Sliver. By Mike Bjork. Interesting. So I do like that they brought back slivers again. Probably one of my favorite tribals that's been around for so long. Got Shadow Sliver, got Mnemonic Sliver, got Shifting Sliver. This is a card. If you get this onto the battlefield and you're not playing against slivers, you pretty much won the game. Slivers can't be blocked except by slivers. Reminds me of like a beluga whale or something like that. Some underwater whale. Beautiful, beautiful card. Again, Legions. Love the Legion ones. Mesmeric Sliver, Telekinetic Sliver, Pasonic Sliver. Just so many slivers. I absolutely love it. Synchronous Sliver. Got a very cool card from Legions as well. Come on. Synapse Sliver. Whenever a Sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may draw a card. Cool. It's a 3/3. Beautiful art from Legions. It's wrapped around some sort of person right there, just constricting them like a snake. Beautiful. And then we're on to the white slivers as well. Got plated sliver, sidewinder sliver, sinew sliver. This is from like Dimensions, I think. Interesting right here. This one, the printing ink on it looks a lot more yellow than these ones right here. Very strange. Very strange. I just noticed that. Got quilled sliver, sentinel sliver, give your slivers vigilance. Got enduring sliver, got talon sliver, kind of reminds me of another sliver, interesting reds, by Mike Rabe, very cool. Got lancing sliver, give your slivers first strike, very cool, love the ability first strike. Got steel foam sliver, got poultice sliver, interesting card. It's just like a leaf creature, makes me think of like a mantis that looks like a leaf. All slivers have 2 tap regenerate target sliver. What else do we got? We got more slivers here. Armor sliver, got essence sliver. Legion had some beautiful slivers. Whenever a sliver deals damage, its controller gains that much life. Give your slivers lifelink. Cool sort of spiritual sliver, just like, is its body fluid? Is its body hard? Is it an exoskeleton? Is it a spirit? I don't know. Beautiful art by Glenn Angus. And give your slivers lifelink. Got Watcher sliver, got Ward sliver. Great card to give your slivers protection. When it comes into play, choose a color. Slivers have protection from the chosen color. So if your opponent's playing with black, it comes into play, say black, they can't kill it with anything black, which is pretty crazy. Lymph sliver, give your creatures slivers absorb. The first sliver is chosen. Plumonic sliver, strange looking art here. Looks like some nasty bulbous flying dirigible creature, and it looks like it's just spitting out some babies in the background. Very bizarre. 3 and 2 white. All slivers have flying, and if this creature were put into a graveyard, you may put it on top of its owner's library instead. It's a 3/3. Give your slivers flying, and if it dies and you want to play it again, you put it on top of your library for next turn. Very cool. Constructing sliver, and then onto the multicolor slivers here. Victorial sliver always makes me think of some sort of like dinosaur. Makes you think of a dinosaur. Each sliver gains 2. Sacrifice this creature, gain 4 life. Crystalline sliver. Interesting sliver right here. The thing about this is it gives your slivers protection. It says slivers cannot be target of spells or abilities, but that means they can't even be target of spells or abilities that other slivers have. So if I have a bunch of slivers on the battlefield and they're all giving each other abilities, and then I play this one, it pretty much makes it so they don't have any abilities anymore and they're just creatures. So if I had this one on the battlefield, give my slivers flying, and then I played this one, slivers don't have flying or anything like that anymore, since they can't be target of their own abilities or anything like that. So just keep in mind, this voids out even your own ability for slivers. But this would be cool to play like against a deck of slivers, or if someone really is disrupting your slivers with a bunch of target spells and stuff like that, play this and just make them a whole bunch of bodies that you can still attack with. Got acidic sliver down there, cool art. Love the old multicolor border. Got ghost flame sliver, cloud shredder sliver, one of the rare ones from Modern Horizons. Slivers you control have flying and haste. Very cool for 2 mana. It's a 1/1 for a red and a white. Not bad, not bad. Flying and haste. So now there's like a couple slivers that can give them flying quite early up in the game. Got cutlery sliver, dark heart sliver, spine sliver, hibernation sliver. Each sliver gains, pay 2 life, return that creature to its owner's hand. So if it's being targeted by something, if you want to, you can pay 2 life and bounce it back to your hand and save it its life. Got frenetic sliver, opaline sliver, lava belly sliver. Cool art from the Modern Horizon set right there. Slivers you control have, when this creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, and you gain 1 life. 2/2 for 3 mana. It's a fire sliver, very cool. Harmonic sliver, great sliver right here for just getting rid of artifacts or anything like that. Probably put it in the sideboard. All slivers have, when this creature comes into play, destroy target artifact or enchantment. And you're going to be constantly playing slivers. So if someone has a bunch of artifact and enchantments on the battlefield, pretty much clear the whole board. Got Firewake sliver, and then Dormant sliver, got a Dementia sliver, got 2 Sliver Hive Lords, great card right here. 1 of every color. Slivers, creatures you control have indestructible. It's a 5/5 and gives your creatures slivers indestructible. How crazy is that? That's a crazy card right there. I got 2 of the Overlords. This one's a little bit well played. 5 mana Sliver Mutant Legend. 3, search your library for a Sliver card, reveal it, put that in your hand, and shuffle your library. It's 2-drop Slivers. And then 3, gain control of target Sliver. It's a 7/7, and maybe if your opponent Says gain control of your sliver. You can pay 3 and get it back. Very interesting. I also have two Sliver Queens. One of the most iconic slivers in the game. Got 2 of the queens. Beautiful cards. 5 mana. Sliver Queen counts as a sliver. It's a summon legend from 7/7 from Stronghold. And has 2. Put a sliver token into play. Treat this as a 1/1 colorless creature. Beautiful art. And of course by Ron Spencer, my favorite artist. Absolutely fantastic, iconic art. Looks like some crazy brood mother sort of thing going on there. Living in some sort of cave. Interesting rainbow colored stalactites hanging from the ceiling. Very sharp looking blades. Absolutely love it. I also have a Sliver Legion. I got this one in a collection I got on this channel. And surprised to find it in there, but very cool. It's 5 mana. All Sliver creatures get +1/+1 for each other Sliver in play. As a beast of a card, it's a 7/7. How crazy is that? Just really pump each other up. So all slivers get +1/+1 for each other sliver in play. So if there's 5 slivers on the battlefield, they each get +4/+4. I mean, come on, that's crazy. That's crazy. Miniature Sliver is huge. I do have one of the new ones from Modern Horizons. The first Sliver. 5 mana, very interesting again. It's like laying the eggs. Interesting, I guess slivers lay eggs like some sort of reptiles. Legendary creature Sliver with Cascade. Whenever you cast a spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Put the exile card in the bottom of your library in a random order. Sliver spells you control have Cascade. It's a 7/7, and you pretty much going to keep birthing out slivers when you play this with Cascade. I do have a couple colorless slivers. Got metallic sliver, just a classic. One generic 1/1 sliver that comes onto the battlefield and absorbs whatever abilities are out there. L.A. Williams, beautiful card. Got Sliver Construct, another sliver. Got Vesner's Sliver. Got Sliver Hive. Gotta have these lands in your sliver deck. These are from M14, I believe, or M15. Tapped, add 1 mana to your mana pool. Tap. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast Sliver spells. 5 tap, put a 1/1 colorless Sliver creature token onto the battlefield. Activate this ability only if you control a Sliver. So, if it's in a Sliver deck, you're going to be making mana of any color. And also, you can make Sliver tokens. How cool is that? Great land, perfect for Sliver decks. Just honestly perfect. You should really have them in if you have a Sliver deck. And then just have a couple cards that work with Slivers, like Hive Stringer. It makes 2 colorless Sliver creature tokens for 3 mana. I got Sliversmith, not a sliver itself, but it makes sliver tokens. Sliversmith, he's in the workshop welding on a sliver or something like that. 2 mana, artifact creature spell shaper. It's a 1/1 and has 1 tap, discard a card, put a 1/1 sliver artifact creature token named Metallic Sliver token into play. So he actually is the one making these guys right here. Very cool. I got myself a Heartstone. Great for cards with abilities. 3 generic from Stronghold artifact. The cost of each creature ability requires an activation cost is reduced by 1. This cannot reduce the ability's generic mana cost to less than 1. So if a creature has pay 4, regenerate target creature, and you play this, and now it's pay 3. So you can just help make your stuff a little bit less to play. I got Brass Herald, 6 mana from Apocalypse. As it comes into play, choose a creature type. When it comes into play, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all creature cards of chosen type revealed this way into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library. Creatures of chosen type get +1/+1. So obviously, choose slivers. You can look for some slivers in the top 4 cards of your library, and all your slivers get a little bit stronger. Cool card. Not a sliver itself, but it can be used for it. Also have some random Gem Hide Mine. Great card from Weatherlight. When it comes into play, let's see if I can get it to focus. 3 mining counters on it. Remove a mining counter, add 1 mana of any color. Really great for mana fixing. Doesn't come into play tapped. You can make any mana of any color right away. Got these beautiful sliver tokens right here. Got 4 of them. These are like Legion promos. Absolutely beautiful. Love the art by Tony Scazzullo. Slivers don't learn, they just know. Beautiful sliver token. Got a random rare card right here. Coalition Victory 3, and then 1 mana of every color. You win the game if you control a land of each basic land type and a creature of each color. So in a sliver deck, you could win the game if you had this on the battlefield. I got a couple sliver tokens, and that is it. Actually takes up pretty much the whole binder, all of these sliver tokens. So that is my sliver collection. Absolutely love the slivers. One of my favorite tribal creatures. So much fun to check it out with y'all. Next, I'm going to be checking out my little kind of fat pack of zombie stuff. Alright, let's just go into this. I believe this is my zombie cards right here. I don't know if there's really any specific order to them. Let's just kind of go through them. Zombies is also one of my favorite tribal creatures in this game as well. And I just like to collect playsets of them if I have it. Martyring a Bone Slasher. This is from like Hours of Devastation. Can't block unless you control another zombie. Got what is this? Got the Pest, a zombie ape with lifelink. Creepy looking art right there. Got a playset of those. A lot of these ones I have playsets for. Got Marsh Hulk. It's got Megamorph. It's a 4/6. What is this? Cons of Tarkir. Cool green background. Got Dead Reveler. It's got Unleash. You may have this creature enter the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. It can't block as long as it has a 1/1 counter on it. So it's 2 mana and a black, so 3 mana, and it can become a 3/4, but it can't block, or it can become a 2/3 that can block. Very cool. And it's a zombie, so they work with the other zombies. A couple zombies have flying. Got Carrion Screecher. It's a bird. It's a 3/1 for 4 mana. Not that good, kind of expensive, but it's a zombie with flying that can be pumped up or affected by other zombie abilities, which is pretty cool. Got Solitary Emissary, 1 in a black. When it dies, manifest the top card of your library. And very interesting, you can manifest. It's a 1/1 creature. Got Walking Corpse, just a classic zombie like Scathe Zombies. Beautiful. Got a Deadmaw, zombie crocodile with Defender. Pay 1 in a green, so you gotta have this in a green deck, but most likely I won't. Sacrifice another creature, gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. There is a giant gator hanging out in the pool. Look how big he is compared to the people right there. Crazy. Got a Muck Draggers, dragging them through the muck. It's got Delve, so it can help pay for it. It's a 3/6 with Delve, but man, this costs 9 mana if you don't do that. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's alright. Kind of expensive though. Gurmag Angler is probably the best card with Delve for zombies. Undead Servant, very cool card. Infectious Horror, like the art from this, from M19. When it attacks, each opponent loses 2 life. I think this was from originally one of the Pyrexian, or like Urza. I think it's from Urza's Saga. Wandering Tomb Shell, a zombie turtle. It's a 1/6 for 3 in a black. It's got a big old body on it because it's a turtle. Got the Icebreaker. It's got a couple of those. Enters the battlefield. Each player discards a card. It's a 2/3. Some ice zombies. Very cool. Look at this cute little guy right here. It's a zombie goblin. I like cards that have 2 different classes with them. Zombie and the goblin. 1 black for 1/1. When it dies, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 till end of turn. Great card. Got 2-headed zombie. They got 2 head. I think they have menace. Yep, it's 4/2 with menace. Classic Grave Digger. Some different art there for 7th edition. And then Tempest. Beautiful. I like the Tempest art a little bit better. When it comes into play, return creature from your graveyard to your hand. Great for zombies. Got Gnawing Zombie. 1 in a black. 1 in a black, sacrifice a creature. Target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. He's eating some zombie bones. Cool. Got Return Centaur. 3 in a black. Enters the battlefield. Target player puts the top 4 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Alright, so you can fill up your graveyard or fill up your opponent's. Got Necromancer's Assistant. Enters the battlefield. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. It's a 3/1. Very cool. Got Twisted Abomination. Got a couple of those. Got Regenerate and Swamp Cycling. It's a 5/3 creature that can regenerate. Got a Far Bog Bone Flinger. What a name. Hanging out over this pile of bones. Enters the battlefield. Target creature gets -2/-2 till end of turn. But it's 5 mana to put out there. Pretty expensive. Got another creature with flying. 2 in a black, so 3 mana, flying. It enters the battlefield tapped, but it's a 2/2 flying. Not too bad, but it enters tapped. The Zombie Bird. I got Blighted Bat, flying. It's for 3 mana, it's a 2/1, and it gains haste till end of turn if you pay 1. So it can attack right away if you so please. So another one of flying. Got Grudge Keepers. Whenever a player finishes voting, each opponent who voted for a choice you didn't vote for loses 2 life. This came out during the Conspiracy set, I believe, when there was a bunch of voting. Very interesting. Got some Zombie Hounds right here. Oop. Thrabican Foul Bonds. 2 in a black. Delirium. Gets +1/+1 and menace as long as there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard. It's a 3/2. Very cool. Got a Civic Host. Enters the battlefield. Each player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his graveyard. It's a 2/6. So there's quite a few cards that fill up your graveyard a little bit more. And if you're playing with zombies, you probably want that. Got Shambling Attendants with Delve and Death Touch. It's a 3/5 for 8 mana, but you can delve it, which means each card you exile from your graveyard while casting the spell pays for 1. So you could technically get this on the battlefield for 1 black mana if you had 7 cards in your graveyard that you exile. It's a 3/5 with that touch. Got a bigger body, but man, it's expensive. So yeah, let's just keep going down the line. Let's see what we got. Got the camel, the zombie camel. When it dies, if you control a desert or a desert card in your graveyard, target player discards a card. Pretty cool, great for deserts. Like the sunset in that one. Got Lurching Rot Beast. Nasty one right there. It's got Cycling for 1 black. 4 mana for 3 and a black for a 4/2. Not too bad. Got a Sigilmarger Butchers. It's got Exploit. When it exploits a creature, target creature gets -3/-3 till end of turn. Pretty cool. Could use this from removal. Got Mismatic Mummies. When it enters the battlefield, each player discards a card. Cool card, but you gotta discard one as well. But maybe that's what you want if you have a deck that you play from your graveyard. Got Moaning Wall. Got the Zombie Wall. There's so many of them. They just make a wall. Defender. It's 0/5. Got Cursed Minotaur. It's got Menace. It's a 3/2 for 2 and a black. I like cards with Menace. It makes it just a little bit more evasive. Cool. Crazy looking art from Amonkhet. Looks like a ram creature walking the deserts. Got Walking Ghoul. Just a classic. Oh no, it's a different one actually. 1 and a black for 1/3. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Okay, so fill up your graveyard a bit. Got sort of the Hours of Devastation, the sort of Egyptian feel going on. It's got Afflict 1. It's a 2/2 for 1 and a black. Got this one right here, Merciless Eternal. Got 2 of them, 2 and a black. It's got Afflict 2. Discard a card. Gets +2/+2 till end of turn. Okay. Remember this card right here from M15. Gets +1/+1 as long as you control a mountain, and you probably want to have it in a deck with a mountain because if you pay 4 and a red, deals 2 damage to target creature player. So it pretty much shocks some creatures, but it's kind of expensive to shock at 5 mana. But cool. Interesting card. I like the purples in it. You got Returned Reveler. Servant of Temerit. Cool. Some more Hounds, Zombie Hounds with Delirium. It has Menace as long as there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard. Got Rancid Rats. I love rat decks. 1 in a black with Skulk. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. And Death Touch. Very cool. So you can use them to remove or get some damage through. Got Crackling Fiend. Nasty looking card from Urza's Saga. When it comes into play, each of your opponents chooses and discards a card. 4 mana for 2/1 that makes him discard a card. Not too bad. Be cool for those 3 mana. Got Bog Raiders. Hanging out in the water. Swamp Walk is a 2/2. This really shows you what Swamp Walk looks like. You pretty much go undetected going through the swamps. Beautiful. Love the art as well by Carl Kuchelu. Got the Null card right there. Got Crow of Dark Tiddlings. 3 of them. Flying. Enters the battlefield or dies. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. It's a 2/1 that flies for 3 mana. Return Phalanx. Something with a blue defender. Can attack this turn as though it didn't have defender. It's a 3/3 defender. But it has some power to it, which is cool. And I got myself 3 Fleshbag Martyrers. 3 mana. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature. Pretty cool. So you can play it. Maybe you have to sacrifice this, or you can use it to remove a spell. Conspiracy and also Magic Origins. Great card as well. What else do we got? We got so many things in here. Let me just grab this next little pile. There's not really a rhyme or reason to the order of these. River Trawler. Cool. Got Roof Stalker Right. Gains flying till end of turn. Got Toxic Nim with Infect, and you can regenerate it for 6 mana. Kind of expensive for 4/1, but Infect. Cool. Undead Executioner. Avencrest Restored. When it dies, you may have target creature get -2. -2. Liliana's Elite. I think this is a great card. 3 mana for 1/1. Gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. If you want to fill up your graveyard, this thing can get pretty big. Grim Roustabout. Creepy skelemental looking guy. Got a Skeleton Warrior. Oh, this isn't even a zombie. I think this meant to be in my skeleton pile. Set that over there. Got Rotten Heart Ghoul. 3 in a black. When it dies, target player discards a card. Okay. Got Polluted Dead. Destroy target land, not bad. Warped Ghoul, creepy looking art. Got Stitcher Supply. This is the one that's probably best for filling up your graveyard. On turn 1, enters the battlefield or dies, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Pretty good, especially when you want to fill it up. Got Ghoul Steed. Got Minotaur Abomination. Undead Minotaur. Nightscape Familiar. Blue spells and red spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Pretty cool. Really cool if you especially want a multicolored zombie deck. And you can regenerate it for 1 and a black. It's a 1/1 creature for 1 and a black. Very cool. Got Skin Render. Creepy. 2 and 2 black. When it enters the battlefield, put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature. Cool. You can distribute them some way. Got a Cursed Horde. Target attacking zombie gains indestructibility until end of turn. So 3/3. And it's 4 mana. Very cool. We can give it self-hit or another creature or zombie attacking indestructibility. Got some Rotting Mastodons right there. Just 5 mana for a 2/8. Big old defense. Zombie Goliath. Got a playset of those. Diagraph Ghoul. This is a classic card right here. 1 mana for a 2/2, but it enters tapped. I mean, come on. This is a beast of a card. Classic card as well. Love it. Absolutely love it. Scathed Zombies. Love this card. Bolduvian Dead. Couple of those. Old ones from Alliances. Look how old these cards are. Remove target summon card in your graveyard from the game to put a Graveborn token into play. Treat this as a 3/1 and black-red creature that can attack in the turn it comes into play. Bury Graveborn token at the end of turn. It's 3 and a black for a 2/3 zombie that can make other Graveborn tokens that can have haste or 3/1 creatures. Very interesting card. Got that. Then these are just some other cards as well. Got a Plague card right here. Crazy looking art. Feast or Famine. Just bury target non-black, non-artifact creature or put a zombie token into play. 2 of those. Zombie Scavengers. Remove top creature card in your graveyard from the game to regenerate. From Weatherlight. Got Gem Palm. Polluter. This is a great card. 5 and 2. 5 and a black for 4/3. But most likely you want to cycle this. When you cycle it, you may have target player lose 1 life for each zombie in play. So if you got 10 zombies in play and you cycle this, they lose 10 life. How crazy is that? These are great cards. Most likely you just want to cycle those. Got Vengeful Dead. Whenever Vengeful Dead or another zombie is put into graveyard from play, each opponent loses 1 life. Cool. Got Soulless One. Power and toughness equal to the number of zombies in play plus the number of zombie cards in all graveyards. So if you got a bunch of zombies in play and in your graveyard, this thing just builds on up. Got Noxious Ghoul, got 2 of them. When it comes into play or another non-zombie comes into play, all non-zombie creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. This is a great card because it can also stack until the end of the turn. So if you play like 4 zombies in your turn, all non-zombie creatures get -4/-4. I mean, this is a beast of a card right there. From Legions. Zombie Brute with Amplify. Swallowing Plague. Deals X damage to target creature player and gain X life. Just a random, sorcery. Gluttonous Zombie. Clutch of the Undead. Quagmire Druid. Zombie Boa. Morn Zombie. Got Woebear. Severed Legion. Got Fear. They don't really have cards with Fear anymore. Its creature can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures. Diabolic Edict. Great card. Target player sacrifices a creature for 2 mana. Instant speed. Beautiful card by Ron Spencer. A Cursed Centaur, 1 mana for a 2/2. When it comes into play, sacrifice a creature though. Nah, it's alright. Whisper Stitched Zombie from Prophecy. Cabal Interrogator. Limdul's Cohort, 1 and 2 black. Creatures blocking or blocked by Limdul's Cohort cannot regenerate this turn. Crazy art by Douglas Schulter from Ice Age. Got Slitherhead, Gurmag Angler. This is a great card. It's got Delve. It's a 5/5 that you can get on the battlefield for pretty much 1 mana. Got Corpse Connoisseur, Undead Leota, Grixis Slave Driver. Creepy looking art. Got Dredgescape Zombie. It's got Unearth. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. X light at the beginning of your next end step. If it would leave the battlefield, Unearth only as a sorcery. It's a 2/1 that you can unearth. Very cool. So you can recur it from your graveyard. What else do we got over here? Let's see. Just a bunch of zombies. Got the Unhallowed. Carrion Feeder. Great sacrifice outlet right here that can also pump it up. Festering Goblin. Love this art as well from Onslaught. Very cool. Sewer Shambler. I got a worm, a zombie worm, scavenge for 6 and a black. Got Haunted Dead. This is a cool card. 3 and a black. It's a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 spirit creature token with flying into the battlefield. So it comes in the battlefield with a token that flies. And it has 1 and a black. Discard 2 cards. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you can kind of make some tokens and you can return it from the battlefield. I think it's a fun card. Got Nantuko Husk. Classic card. Another sacrifice outlet. Very good. Except it doesn't keep the counters on. It's just +2/+2 till end of turn. Get a lot of damage through. And a sacrifice outlet. Haunted Ghoul. Some Festering Mummies. Pyrexian Ghoul. I think I had... Oh no, these are the ones that are actually from Urza's reprinted and sort of master set. I do like how the master set have the original set symbol right in the corner right there. Set symbol here, set symbol there. Very cool. Got Shambling Ghoul. A couple of those. Got some Unhallowed again. Read the Bones. Good card just for drawing. Scry 2, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Stir the Sands. 4 and 2 black. Create 3 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. When you cycle it, create a black zombie creature token. So you still can make some. Reap the Seagraph. Let's make some zombies. Torment the Sea Scarabs. Bone Splinters. Different art. Cool. Blood Divination. Additional cost to cast this spell. Sacrifice a creature. Wander in Death. Morbid Curiosity. This is from Battle Bond. Don't have too many cards with that. Ulcerate. Shrivel. All creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. Get rid of some pesky goblins or something. Got Vile Rebirth. Exile a creature card from a graveyard. So you can take one from your opponent's graveyard and make a zombie token. Kind of cool. Trial of Ambition. Got a couple of those. Got Recover. Is this a zombie? No. Just shot that out of there. What is this? There we go. Keep the pile somewhat together. Got Recover. Kind of cool. Different art for some of them. Got the Plague. Creature tokens get -2, -2. Great for token decks. Against them, I mean. For a reason I have 5. I don't need 5. 4, Graph Harvest. This is a great card. Gives your zombies Menace. And then exile a creature card from your graveyard. Make some zombies. And it's 1 mana to give them Menace. Great ability to kind of give them some sort of avoidance in combat. Quest for the Gravelord. Very cool. Got some more zombies coming at you. Got Cower in Fear. A couple of those. Got Deathwind. Just to get that creature. -X, -X. Whisper of a Emrakul. Very cool. Tragic Clip. This is one of my favorite removal cards. It's so cool. And as long as one of your creatures died this turn, it gives that creature a -13 till end of turn for 1 black mana at an instant speed. So say I had this card on the battlefield and I decide to block with it, and their creature's a 13/13, knowing that this will die, then I can play Tragic Slip to kill that creature after. Very cool. And it gives it negative like counters instead of saying destroy, so it will kill indestructible creatures. So I do like Tragic Slip a lot. Innocent Blood. Each player sacrifices a creature. Duress, classic card. Raise Dead, doesn't get more classic than that. Venom, Altar's Reap. Zombify, return target creature card from a graveyard to play for 4 mana. So cool. Rite of Precinct 6, got a couple of those. Gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your opponent's graveyard. It's a 1/1. So if your opponent has a bunch of cards in their graveyard, this thing just gets pretty big. Some zombie tokens, I guess. Other zombie tokens. Bunch of zombie tokens. Some random zombie tokens. A whole bunch of zombie tokens. Some interesting lands. Adds colorless. When it's put into graveyard from the battlefield, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So we can make some sort of zombie tokens. Cradle of the Accursed. Sacrifice it. Create a zombie token. Activate its ability only if you could cast a sorcery. Got the Void right here. Just scry when you enter the battlefield. Very cool. Grasping Dunes. Put some negative counters on it. Zodiac Cavern. Just a land that you can morph into a creature. Memorial to Folly. Very cool. Return a creature from a graveyard to your hand. Quicksand, classic card from Visions. Tap to add mana. Sacrifice it. Target attacking creature without flying gets -1, -2 till end of turn. That's pretty good. You can pretty much kill a 2/2 creature or something 2 creature. Mistress Factory, Rogue's Passage. Great for getting some damage to make a creature unblockable. Sequestered Stash. Just a couple random lands that I kind of keep with my zombies in case I want to include them in some sort of deck. And then I just have this last little pile right here. Let's just get through. Got Cruel Edict, Gravebane Zombies from Mirage, cool art, Fatal Blow, Perish. This is such a great card against green. Beautiful art by Rurik Guai. Destroy all green creatures. Those creatures cannot be regenerated this turn. 3 mana sorcery, destroy all green. I mean, come on. Sanguine Bond, Victimize. This is a classic card as well. What is this? These are all facing some other way. We'll flip them over and see. Random sleeve. Oh, I got Unearth. A classic card. Choose target creature card in the graveyard with total casting cost 3 or less and put that creature into play. 1 mana, return a card with casting cost 3 or less. I mean, come on, that's great. And it looks like some just other rare zombies or something right here. Set up a new pile. If I can just slide these over. Slide these tokens a little bit over too. Got Sutured Ghoul, 4 and 3 red. Crazy. Enters the battlefield, exile any number of creature cards from your graveyard. Its power is equal to the total power of exiled cards and toughness equal to their total toughness. Okay. Pontiff of the Blight. This Lich card right here. Newsgraph Mob, Diagraph Colossus. I like this card right here. 3 mana, it's a 2/2. Enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter for each zombie card in your graveyard. Whenever you cast a zombie card, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield tapped. Cool. So it's like 2 for 1. Got Dead Wanderer, great card. 1 mana for 2/1, and you can return it from your graveyard. Plague Belcher, Unbreathing Horde, Lashwire. I have this in here because I think it's a cool card. It's a living weapon, so it enters the battlefield attached to a germ, and it gives it equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each swamp you control. Since this is probably gonna be a mono black deck, if you got 4 swamps on the battlefield, it makes that creature get +4/+4. Great card. To the Slaughter, Great Betrayal, Ingarok's Wake, 7 mana and 2 black. Destroy all creatures you don't control and all planeswalkers you don't control. Consuming Vapors, got Hex, destroy 6 target creatures, super specific, 4 and 2 black. Predator's Grasp, Ghastly Conscription, Life's Finale, Hunting Echoes, Dark Prophecy. Whenever a creature you control dies, you draw a card and lose a life. Yaxilid Jailer, cards in graveyards lose all abilities. Graveyard Hate, interesting like DCI promo. I don't remember where I got it. I think I traded for that. Got a Veilborn Ghoul. Can't block. Whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under control, you may return Veilborn Ghoul from your graveyard to your hand. It's a 4/1 that whenever you play swamp, you can return to your hand. Dross Prowler, just a couple of random foil here. Grim Guardian, Accursed Horde, Toxic Nim, Escaped Null, Profane Command. I got 2 of the Malchius, the Unhallowed. This is an awesome card right here. 3 and 3 black. It's a 5/5 with Intimidate. Whenever a human deals damage to you, destroy it. All other non-human creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Undying. Whenever a creature with Undying dies, if it has no 1/1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a 1/1 counter on it. How crazy is that? So it pretty much gives your creatures a second life. This is an amazing card right here. Amazing card, to be honest. 2 Zombie Masters. Classic card right here. All zombies in play gain Swamp Luck and have black to regenerate for as long as the card remains in play. It's a 2/3. Got Unholy Grotto. Add colors to your mana pool. A black and tap. Put target zombie from your graveyard on top of your library. Great card. Lord of the Undead. I think I opened this up on this channel actually. All zombies get +1/+1. 1 in a black. Return target zombie card from your graveyard to your hand. It's 2/1. Bad Moon. Got 2 Bad Moons. Got Necromantic Selection. Got Jet Medallion. 2 mana. Black spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. How cool is that? So if I wanted to play this, then play Bad Moon. Bad Moon would only cost 1. Got Plague Bearer. XX black. Destroy target non-black creature with total casting cost equal to X. Grave Spawn Sovereigner. This is kind of cool card. 4 and 2 black for 3/3, but it has tap 5 untapped zombies you control. Put target creature card from a graveyard into play under your control. From your graveyard, your opponent's, put it under play. Phyrexian Delver, Empty the Pits, Undercity Plague, Liliana's Reveler, Vengeful Pharaoh, Never Allows Disc, 4 mana, enters the battlefield tapped. 1 tap, destroy all artifact creatures and enchantments. Crazy good board wipe, crazy good, but you can't really play it on the same turn unless you can untap it somehow. Great card. Torment to Hellfire. Lethal Vapors. This is an interesting card from Scourge. I just have it in here because I think it's really cool. 2 and 2 black enchantment. Whenever a creature comes into play, destroy it. Okay? 0. Destroy it. Lethal Vapors. You skip your next turn. Any player may play this ability. So whenever a creature comes to play, you destroy it. And also, you skip your next turn. If you want you to keep that creature, you destroy it for 0, skip your next turn. So you could get a whole nother turn out of it. That's very cool. Very cool card. Dance of the Dead from Ice Age. Dash Hopes. I do have a playset of these. I think these are very cool. 2 black mana. Whenever you play Dash Hopes, any player may pay 5 life. If player does, counter Dash Hopes, counter target spell. So it's a counter spell for black. But if someone pays 5 life, it's uncountered. Obviously, playset of Dark Rituals. Revised Ice Age, Mirage, and Mercadian Masks. Got the Path, destroy target creature, Planeswalker. And then randomly, I have Spellbook in here. I don't know why, but I think it's a cool card. 0 mana, skip your discard phase. So you have unlimited hand size. Very cool. So that is pretty much my zombie collection. I have a whole bunch of zombies. I also have like a zombie deck somewhere. My favorite cards in here, probably, honestly, Zombie Master, Unholy Grotto is really cool. The Unhallowed is also really sweet as well. Lord of the Undead's awesome card. Just love this pile right here. Anyways, that is my first, that's my collection of my Sliver cards and then my zombie cards. A lot of fun going through them, just talking about, checking out the art and having some fun. Let me know what you think about these, and join me on the next video when I check out, I believe, some other folders I have and some other like deck boxes and stuff like that I'm going to be going through. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed these videos. I know they're a bit longer, but I really enjoy them. Have fun checking them out with you all. Anyways, have a beautiful, wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you all in the next one.